Hi there, I'm Doug Fall, your augmented actor. This is one in a series of videos in a playlist about things that you should never ever do as an actor. Now, if you want to see all the other videos in this playlist, click on the playlist link up above. Today's never ever tip: never play pranks on stage. You don't want to play pranks on stage or off stage, and you don't want to goof off and distract from the show. So don't steal focus, don't play practical jokes. And when we're in theater, especially on closing nights, the cast gets a little giddy and they like to do humorous things and play pranks on each other. And I urge you to resist that temptation. Now, I might get a little bit of slack from some of my friends because I'm notorious for being humorous on stage, for playing pranks, but I have mastered the art of doing these things where they don't affect anybody in a negative fashion and where the audience never sees it. For instance, like if I'm in the ensemble of a big show and we're all supposed to be talking and engaging with each other in the background and kind of doing that peas and carrots kind of talk, I'll usually say something funny to the person next to me and I'll try to get them to smile or laugh. Otherwise, I've been known to bring a surprise prop like a hamburger or something on stage. Nobody can see it, just my fellow actors. Now, when I play those kind of jokes, I'm very, very, very careful not to affect the show in any noticeable way. I'm also careful to make sure that I've got the implied permission of the rest of my cast members to do such a thing. In other words, I'm very thoughtful about how I apply my humor on or off stage. Even when you seem to have the implied consent to play a joke on one particular castmate, you're not going to have the consent of everybody in the cast, and your joke could affect anybody's performance. So you got to be very, very careful about that kind of stuff. Part of the enjoyment of doing theater or long film shoots is that you form a bond with the people around you. You become a family and you learn what those people are made of. And there's always a need for humor to break up the monotony of a long run or a long film shoot. There's definitely an appropriate place for humor and joking in these situations. But all joking aside, there are a couple of cardinal rules you must never ever break. No matter what, you cannot disrupt the show. You cannot change the show, alter the lines, alter the blocking, or do anything like that that would disrupt the flow of the show. You must deliver the same performance every single night. The audience paid for that show, and you have to deliver what they paid for. You must never pull focus from where it is intended to be. So if there's characters on stage having a very important moment in the show and the lights and everything is focused over there, don't be raising your arms and being a goofball over here. The audience should never be looking at you when they should be looking somewhere else. And if the attention is on you, you definitely don't want to be pulling pranks because they'll definitely see them. Another rule: you must never hinder or affect the performance of another actor. This means cracking them up or making them laugh or pissing them off even. You must never touch or alter an actor's props. Sometimes people think it's funny to hide a prop that an actor needs to go on, and that just puts them into a panic and can potentially ruin the show. Your props are your props, the other actor's props are their props. You should never ever touch another actor's props. Ever. You should never put an actor in an unsafe position, including yourself. So when you prank or joke, you might not be paying attention to something very important that could be a safety issue. And above all, the audience should never see that anything has gone awry or that any kind of prank was pulled. You don't want to, again, steal the audience's focus by pulling these pranks. Now, backstage is a little bit different. It's a little bit looser environment. As long as you're not affecting the immediate show backstage, there's always some appropriateness for humor and pranks and whatnot, as long as you follow those cardinal rules. But in general, leave the pranking to the professionals and don't try it when you are working as an actor. Now, if you like this tip, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to watch another tip like this, click on this little box right here.